Hello and thank you for joining us for this product update video. This session will provide a brief overview of the newly released asset inventory and visualization feature for cloud security. We will cover the overview, the cloud assets table, and the asset graph. Asset inventory tracks your cloud assets at a high level in one view. It shows the cloud providers registered, the total number of accounts, active and inactive accounts. It also shows the cloud assets by misconfigurations, critical, high, medium, informational and past, different severities and different services. It also gives you a trend of how the cloud assets count has been increasing or decreasing over the past 4 weeks. It shows you the count of misconfigured assets that are connected to the internet. Shows you any cloud assets that have been added over the last 3 days. It also shows you the region which has the most assets and their count. You can filter for the specific cloud provider, the account, we have AWS, Azure, GCP, the region, the services, and once you've made your selections, you can save them. The cloud assets table shows essential high-level information about cloud assets in a single view. You can filter based on cloud providers, accounts, regions, the asset type, the misconfiguration policy, the severity type of the highest misconfiguration, and whether the asset is public or not. You can also filter for assets based on the type of service. For example, in this case, if we look at an EC2 instance under compute, we can see the misconfigurations, the high misconfiguration, and the critical misconfiguration, but we can also see the asset details. And then if we click on the See Details page, it will give us more information about that asset. So we can see two severities, high and critical. It shows us the MITRE tactic and technique, the alert logic and the remediation steps. It also shows us the related assets which are connected to this asset. Going back, if we click on the asset graph, you can track the relationships between cloud assets and inspect any associated risk exposures. You might want to monitor misconfigured assets as they can make any connected assets potentially vulnerable. The cloud asset you are investigating is the circled central entity in the graph. Once you click on it, it shows you all the other cloud assets that are connected to it. You can zoom in and out, and once you click on any of the plus signs, that shows you other cloud assets that are connected to this cloud asset. You can use the legend to filter for specific assets. Click on the eye icon to hide a specific asset in the graph and filter for misconfigurations. To download the cloud asset graph image, you can click on the download PNG icon. You can filter for assets you care for and save your selections so that later you can come and look at graphs relevant to your environment. You can export the filtered table as a CSV or JSON file. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the newly released feature for the CrowdStrike console. For additional support, please visit the documentation section in the Falcon console and watch the suggested e-learning courses listed at the end of this video in CrowdStrike University.